All right, guys, so we had a little bit of an issue with the last recording. Certain angles were not shown properly. So if you can't tell by the change in clothes, I'm going to, through editing, be clipping 2 separate days together to make sure I'm able to give you all the information I was trying to give you guys. The next one we're going to go over is the overhand. Again. Again. Boom. Good. Oh, good. Hold it there. Boom. Perfect. See? Good balance. Turn that back foot. Sing it over. He's protected on this other side. His hand's still up. Very good overhand. Okay? So, one more time. Boom. Beautiful. Okay? Coming in. Now, again, it doesn't really matter what bunkai or technique you use to block these. There's a bunch of different options. But I just want to demonstrate why it's important to practice reality. Okay? So, if he sends that overhand and say I take this out of a, this is in, I think, the third pinon, right? This kind of position. So if I'm not moving in, I'm just thinking I can put this up there, throw your overhand lightly, please. Go, throw the overhand.
Lightly?
Lightly.
For
lightly.
reals this time?
Yes, because you're going to end up hitting me. Lightly, go.
Okay.
Okay? Slightly move this way. Just to show, no, move this way so they can see I got hit in the face.
Wow.
Okay, I got hit in the face. Do it again, from right here, go. Okay, that position, if you don't go in, doesn't work. Now, do it again.
Oh, man, you didn't go light.
Sorry. Okay, but I didn't want you to know I was coming in. So, now, that seems simple, but the purpose is understanding that I have to come in and crash in
We
to
just
make
did
that
body
move
conditioning,
work.
by the way, so he has no regard for me.
I'm sorry, we did just do body conditioning earlier. So the point is, as it comes in, go slow just to show it. So I'm in, and then you can switch to some other technique or whatever. This isn't a bunkai video. But the point is to understand that the point is to understand that it's about understanding the ranging, the positioning, and the timing of a real shot, and not practicing against, a bad overhand that throw a sloppy haymaker-ish overhand. Just just swing your arm.
Hold on.
Go. See how when he threw a sloppy one, I could literally, this isn't even right. I just put my hands up and it blocks so much. And the purpose is you don't want to get into the habit of throwing bad shots, getting used to blocking stuff, and then you fight someone who can actually fight and none of it works. Okay. The next one we want to go over here is the uppercut. You don't often see the uppercut and the hook in a lot of karate bunkai. However, they are punches that you might see on the street. They're in the 4 basic punches of most combat sports. So let's just go over it real quick. Okay, so for the uppercut, we're gonna do it off the rear, but you can do it off the front or the rear. We're just gonna cover the rear today. It actually has that same twisting of the foot motion. You're dropping your weight forward, and you're coming under and up. Right here, go. Beautiful. Again. Again. Turn around so you can see from the other angle. Here. Again. Notice he's not dropping and looping the arm this way. He's not doing that. He's coming in sharp, squatting, and coming in right there, right? Boom. Okay? My other arm is still up, protecting myself. Same thing if I was doing it on the other side. Okay? And I'm turning the foot, and I'm pivoting on my feet. Okay? And that is important just for power generation. But again, we're just working on, make sure you have a nice, tight uppercut. And my favorite karate block for an uppercut is actually the exact same block that a lot of boxers will use for it. They have a different name, but it's just an inside block. They might call it like a forearm parry or something like that. But here. Again. Again.
Oh, man.
Okay. Okay, again. Uppercut. Oh, sorry.
He's abusing me.
Sorry. Okay. So rear uppercut comes in. Go slow. Inside block. Literally traditional inside block. This is one of the best places where it really works really well. Pull back. And you release the other shot. It's boom. It works perfect against the uppercut, the inside, the middle block. That's my favorite. Literally inside. Boom.
But does that arm have to go back here?
It doesn't have to. I'm doing that to show the karate part.
Oh.
I just want to show the karate essence of that you can use
it's like
as
it's a
bunkai.
karate channel or something.
Okay. So you don't have to.
Sorry.
You don't have to
It's like it's a karate channel or something.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So you don't have to chamber. But yeah. So again, the point is I don't want to practice practicing hooks and you're practicing something stupid like this, and then you start practicing like I don't know, some dumb bunkai that works for some stupid thing like that, but not a real sharp uppercut, okay? So again, if you're throwing a proper uppercut, just to show it again, you're taking that back foot, it's rotating forward, okay? As you take that whipping feeling from the body mechanic, and you take your arm straight up, okay? Normally you're landing this way. You'll see some people sneaking in this way too, like a Morocco-Gorian sort of goes like that. But doesn't really matter. This isn't an
Tony
uppercut.
Ferguson did that too.
Tony Ferguson does it. It's not an uppercut channel. The point is just making sure that you're applying the technique correctly. Let's also do the hook. So, to show what he's doing, this time, this is the difference. This one's a big difference. He's taking his front foot and he's twisting it in that way. Okay? He's pointing his knee inward, using that to turn the hip and have the body move. This arm stays at a 90-degree angle. It is not super far out. There are other hooks, like a long hook. There are hooks where I'm swinging far. We're not doing that for this one because the basic hook, what a lot of people say is the first hook you learn in the class, is a sharp 90-degree angle of your arm. So that's the one you should get down first. That front foot is turning. Boom. Perfect. Okay? Boom. Right there. Right? So the importance is understanding that if I do this sloppy or the wrong kind of bunkai, don't do it. So I tried doing an outside block, but because of the turn of his arm, I still got rocked. I have seen people train this, so the hook, and do that. I've seen that been done. But they're going, again, not at a good enough speed, and a lot of people were throwing hooks incorrectly. If you understand, like they were doing these really wide, almost open arm thing, it was really bad. But if you understand what that real hook looks like, hit me in the head, you're supposed to hit me, I want you. It's okay. Right? You'll know, okay, maybe I need to make some adjustments, maybe this isn't the best technique for this block. Okay, and that's the thing, is to understand what does and does not work because you're training against the techniques of a higher quality individual. And if they work against a higher quality individual, if you're fighting a guy who doesn't know how to properly jab and cross, and he's kind of sloppy, or a guy who's throwing big looping punches, those are all easier to block. The stuff that blocks the precise stuff is also very likely to block the crazy looping stuff. In reality, I often don't really use karate blocks to block the hook because it is so sharp. I usually just cover here, or I'll come in and I'll crash. And the crash is in karate. You do see like a crashing position, a lot of karate techniques. But another one that is really good is in Weichi, we have this move here. And some people will do it this way, while like across in front of the face. So I'll bring that cross over a little bit, throw the hook. And I'll bring it over this way and hit with into the eyes there. It's very similar to like kind of a long guard type situation, except this time because it's a street fight, it's self-defense and not with gloves and a sport, I'm going into the eyes with this hand. So the hook comes in. Ooh, let's actually circle this way. Hook, so again, sort of that motion go. And I'd be going and scratching his eyes as I go forward. Or something, if his face is actually facing me, I'm able to go straight in and attacking that way. So that is how.
You know, Cyril Gahn really needs to comment and give you credit.
That's true, exactly. John Jones learned that from me. I don't know if you guys heard, I taught him his special technique, the eye poke. That's a karate special. Thank you very much. So that's my general thing. I want you guys to understand how to throw the jab, cross, hook, uppercut, proper overhand, so that you can train in such a way that you're preparing for a more dangerous opponent. And again, you don't have to. I'm not saying everybody and their mama needs to be doing this, because some people train for different reasons. Some people are just trained for the love of the art, for the culture, for the history. But if you're training with the idea of practical self-defense in mind, this is almost an absolute must. Especially stuff like jab. I'm gonna jab back at you. Jab. Cross at me. Jab. Cross. Okay, now jab. Well, now I have timing to actually understand a little bit of my inside block. Go again, jab. Well, now my inside block can work because I have a little bit better understanding of the timing and whatnot. Throw a jab cross. I just did an inside to that, and they both were able to work. Do it again. Those are both karate blocks. I went here, and another punch came, and I did that. But I got that because I had an understanding of what the timing was. Do it again and try and touch my head. Now, I obviously, before any of the haters in the comments come, yes, I know what he's throwing first, but that's how drills work. But I Jack Ross, and that's, go for the head, hit it. I'm literally, trust me, he'll hit me in the head. Okay? And that's understanding. And it's like, oh, to make a like I said, he will hit me in the head. It's fine. It's okay.
You told me to.
No, I did. That's totally real. But that's literally the point. Okay, go slow this time. I should have said that earlier.
Okay,
Yeah, we're fine. Okay, go. In. Why don't you go slow?
Okay, well, cut that out.
No, we can keep it in.
Best editor in the game.
No, we can keep that in because I actually we just showed another thing. Go slow this time. I went here, throw the other punch. There are things like this, and people will say these things don't work. But in boxing, they'll parry and do this. This is in boxing.
All the time.
This is all the time. Canelo uses that. People say upper blocks don't work. Speak?
Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. uses that a lot. He uses a lot of forearm blocks. Like, a lot of inside fighters love using it. I could be wrong. I want to say George Foreman really capitalized that on a lot too. Just any general inside boxer will use a lot of forearm blocks.
Forearm blocks, and what boxing calls them, boxing will call them frames. And so it's like, we don't use your karate blocks, but then they'll teach a frame, which is an upper block. Like, people just hate. Haters exist, right? Again, not a Bankai video. Mainly, it's just going over the importance of actually throwing these techniques properly, so you're not practicing against something that is stupid and unrealistic. So you're practicing all these Bankais that don't work. So that is the gist of it. Show me a jab. Throw me across. Hook. Hook. Uppercut. There we go. All right. That's all it is. Yeah, we already did this once, but like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Find me on Instagram. I'll put down Alan's Instagram.
And I'll put down another one for Wolf.
Not at all. He thought he was going to get me this time. Not again. Not again.